One of the most effective ways to start off your new SEO campaign is by doing competitor link building. What you'll be able to do is spy on the exact links that your competitors are using to rank right now and replicate those. It'll even the playing field between you and your competitors, and if they're not using this strategy as well, it'll give you a massive advantage over them. This is cheap to execute and comes with low time investment because our competitors have already done all the heavy lifting for us. So it's not too complicated here. What we're going to do is we're going to take Google to find our competitors. We're going to throw them into a tool called Ahrefs, and then we're going to add our exports into a swipe file that I'll link to in the description. From there, we're going to start building those links. So let's get into it. So we're going to come over to Google, enter in the keyword that we want to rank for. In this example, it's Boston Roofer. Grab the top sites that are ranking for this. I usually won't go beyond page 1 unless there's a lot of directories ranking on page 1, and then I will go on to page 2, but I want at least 3 to 5 actual businesses that are on the first page. And then one at a time, I'm going to go over here to Ahrefs. There's a $7 7-day trial. So if you don't have a subscription, you can get that trial and export everything you need in less than an hour. It's definitely worth the $7 here. So you're going to enter the root domain of the website. In this example, it's bostonroofing.com. No HTTP, no bostonroofer.com/roof repair or anything like that. We just want the root domain. Otherwise, we're only going to see the backlinks for that one specific page. So once it comes up with the website, we're going to come over here to backlinks. We're going to click one link per domain and make sure we are on live. Then we're going to export. If it's more than 1,000, you can do a full export. Otherwise, quick export works. Quick export will only ever go up to 1,000. But if there's something like 1,500 different links here, then you'll need to do a full export. I'm going to start the export, and then it'll download it. Next, we're going to open up our swipe file, which there will be a link in the description so you can get this. On the import here, we are just going to import the sheet. Whether it's stored on your computer or if you've added it to Google Drive, which is what I'm doing right now. But just import the sheet. I'm going to replace this current sheet, and then it'll pull in all of the data from that CSV file. On the worksheet then we will have a couple things automatically filled up for us, like the link URL, root domain, anchor text, so on and so forth. So a link URL is whatever the actual link is that's linking to our competitor. The root domain is the root website, so you can filter by the root domain if you want to see, let's say, there's a lot of blog spots in here, which you'll notice if you look through some of these, they're all blog comments. So if you definitely knew you didn't want to get links from anything that's like a Web 2.0, then you can search for .blogspot, .typepad, .wordpress.com or anything like that, and automatically exclude them from your list. Next, we have the anchor text. So what is the anchor being used? So if you decide that you want to build a similar link to this, this is probably like a directory or something. I haven't opened it up at all. But you can see the anchor text right here is website. That's probably going to be by default. You can't do anything about that. But this is a blog comment over here because I looked at it before. And so if maybe this was Boston Roofer, maybe you decide, hey, I also want a comment on this blog, but I don't want to have Boston Roofer be my anchor text, which is just the name of the person commenting. Maybe you decide to change that to website or a name or whatever, just to avoid increasing your exact match anchor text. But it just pulls in the anchor text. You know what that is. Target page. So what page is it actually linking to? Is it linking to their homepage, a service page, their contact page? Whatever it might be, so you can decide whether you want to emulate the exact same thing that they're doing or if you want to change it up. Also the link type, so if you wanted to filter just by the do follow links or no follow links, as well as the link count, because we only selected one link per domain. So you can see that 2,200 links are coming from this one website. I'm going to open this up here. And now if we wanted to, we could go through some of the links and replicate these if we decided to. But that's essentially all we're doing now, is we are looking at the different links that they have and deciding which ones we actually want to target by yes or no in here. So this something like this is a keyword suggest tool. So something like this, I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to enter no. If we just go through here, we can see that this is a looks like a Chamber of Commerce maybe? Yes, this is a chamber. They have a membership link through the member directory, so this is something that's, maybe this is a paid link. That might be something you want to, maybe you'll pay whatever their fee is to join their chamber. It's completely up to you. Maybe decide, hey, that's worth it. Then you choose yes. You go through this. I'm just gonna put in a bunch of random ones right here for a second. Then after that, you can just filter by your targets. Which ones are you actually going to go after? You've decided, okay, these 7 different links are the ones that I want to go after. And from here, all you have to do is copy where the links are. So for blog comments, you would just go in and add a comment as well. For a directory, you would create a listing. If it was a guest post, then you'd reach out to that blog and also ask them if you could have a guest post. If it's a resource page, you'd ask if you could also be featured on the resource page, so on and so forth. So if you don't have the skills to know how to acquire some of these links yourself, that's fine. You can easily go on a site like Upwork, and you'd probably be able to hire someone for $5-6 an hour who understands how to go in and build these links. So if you wanted to decide which links that you actually wanted for your own website, and then have someone who knows how to go in and build those links for you so you don't have to spend the time doing it, you could easily go and do that. But like I said, this is not a very complex problem. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. And the $7 trial and then a couple bucks an hour for someone to actually implement it. And this will give you a massive boost compared to your competitors. And if they're also not doing something like this, once you start gaining new backlinks, they'll be worth a whole lot more because you already have all the other links their competitors were using to be ahead of you in the first place.